Davi's a little on the disappointed side that her man isn't checking out other women.
Okay.
Do I have that right?
Yeah. I want to know if I'm normal. Like,
No.
We don't have to go any
is
further.
that just a blanket state, like not at all, or do you not even care about the situation? Okay, so what happened was we go out on date night like once a week. We try, and every time he does a double take, and you know when your man's doing a double take, like he sees something he likes, and he's like, "Oh hey, oh hey there,"
Yeah.
and he does the whole thing.
I've learned to control that reflex.
Yeah.
The way I'm like a Kentucky Derby horse with those blinders on. That's where I'm at, man.
I always think I'm playing it off until I get hit in the head, and I realize I'm not playing it off at all.
Well, I always see him do it, and I'm like, ooh, what are we looking at? You know, and so you
Right.
follow the gaze, and I see like, this past date night is this beautiful woman, like a maxi dress, but it was like so flowy, and the design's beautiful, and she's got dreads that like cascade down her back, and all this jewelry, most gorgeous person I've ever seen in my life, and I'm like, is that who my husband's looking at? Because it's not like me at all. Like it's like that is a beautiful human being, and it's interesting. Like maybe that's sometimes what we're doing. We're just like, what are you gandering at? Like, is it like me at all? Like, what's your type? So I'm like ogling this woman. I'm like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. And then I look at my husband and I look at his eye line, and he's like, And then I look at what she's eating, and she's eating fried chicken skins. And we had just ordered our appies, and the person had left. And then this whole thing happened. I'm looking at the gaze, and I'm gazing at her, and I'm like, why am I gandering at this woman? Wait, is he looking at the chicken skins? And then I just see like this look of regret in his eye, and I was like, you wish you would have got chicken skins, don't you? And he's like, yes. And that's where his head was. He did it. And I was like, you're not looking at the woman. He's like, what woman? So then he was looking. And I was like, and the next time it happened, it was tiramisu. He's never checking out the broad. It is always the food. He loves tiramisu, chicken skins, any kind of pasta.
He's my food buddy, though, because those are like chicken skins. Yeah.
Yes,
Tiramisu is one of my favorite desserts. Yeah.
Well, we were celebrating. He released an album last week. So yay, new album by Black Crimmins and the
Congrats.
Hookers. So I took him out. Thank you. I took him out to eat, and I'm like, we'll get you the chicken skins. Yeah. So like I flagged down the person. I'm like, I'll get you whatever you want, baby. And then I was like, but I'm a little disappointed. Like, you're not gandering at the woman. I was gandering at the woman.
I could tell you, I'll speak for most guys here. He might not have been, but there's a really good chance that he was looking at her also, and then just telling you he wasn't.
No, it was straight chicken
Oh,
skins.
okay. 'Cause I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I was thinking it.
yeah.
No.
Chicken skins. That's, yeah.
Sometimes on the rare occasion, Tiffany will go, oh my God, did you see how beautiful she was? And I already saw her. I'm like, who are you talking about? What?
There's women in here?
What? Yeah.
I promise you. Legitimately, it is always gandering at the chicken skins. It's never the big booby broad. And I'm like, I'm disappointed.
Is Bart a unicorn? Because I've never seen him like gander.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
Well.
Chad's never either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they've never looked at guys.
Wow,
Your guys are-
I am
Look
trash.
at us. Why would you need to
True.
when you're married
Okay.
to like a Kristen or a Cassie?
I won't say I've never caught him gandering. How about that?
Yeah,
Maybe
he's-
he's done it, but I've never seen him do a double take or anything like that.
Very respectful and very controlled.
Is that it? Or
I'm not
maybe-
saying he's being controlled. I'm saying he's got self-discipline not to even look.
How many years?
15.
Not one time.
No, I cannot think of one off the top of my head. I cannot think of one time when I busted him doing something like that.
That man is incredible.
It's the same.
That is
I've been
amazing.
with my husband for a decade now, and I can't think of a single time that it didn't end up being a dessert. I promise you.
I will tell you this, that my ex-wife one time gave me a tremendous gift. We went to vacation in Brazil, right? So we're there together, and, Brazilian women. And we're there for about a day, and Stacy turns to me and she goes, I just want to let you know you can lick at whoever you want down here. It's impossible not to. Wow, thank you.
That's a relief.
Now I can relax on this vacation. She's like, I'm going to be looking left and right, so you might as well just look also. I know it's impossible.
I guess that's why it makes me feel weird is I'm like, I'm looking. I saw the woman. I see the women's. I'm looking at the women's.
Right.
And then he's not. It's always food. And I'm like, oh, I'm weird. So I'm like, am I normal? No.
I think there's a difference between almost like a reflex and a stare. That's when it gets disrespectful. But even if you saw Bart like a quick, wow, she's attractive, would that bother you?
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's never done that. ever.
For me, it would be the opposite. The reflex would really irritate me, but the stare, I'm like, okay, well, she must be so beautiful that you had to look at her. I can't blame you. She's a piece of art. Go for it.
Yeah.
So dudes, just don't go out in public with your women and you'll be fine.
Keep them blinders
Wear
on.
blindfold.
All right.
The Bert Show.